A Louisville Slugger baseball bat, we buy these raw. What that means is when the companies that make the bats make them, and they get misprints, they get mismarks, they're getting laid the wrong way, and they can't do anything with them. So we buy them, so instead of paying $55 for a bat, we pay a whole lot less. But they are still tough bats. As a matter of fact, last week we failed 3 or 4 times at breaking the baseball bat. As a matter of fact, one of our men, a 325-pound, very strong man, one of our school assemblies had to leave the building because he was so out of breath trying just to snap one baseball bat. Now, when they tested this out, Louisville Slugger said it was impossible to break one bat because it takes over 400 PSI just to snap a baseball bat. Now, in 1996 in Atlanta, Georgia, when I was on the original power team, 12 Atlanta Falcon linemen who were in the front row that night came up on stage and tried to break bats, and nobody could do it. It's a very difficult and dangerous restraint. So one of the men standing next to me tonight is going to try to snap 3 of these in a row. How many want to see that tonight? This is a World's Strongest Man competitor feat that they used to do in Las Vegas. Now, if you don't know how those competitions work, if you're an American and you pass the preliminaries, which are held in a different place every year, you get into the semifinals and you travel for almost a complete year, about 8 months or so. And you go all over the world. Now, every country has different feats of strength that they're known for. Now, in Scotland, they have the Highland Games, which are Andy's favorite games, because you get to wear that man skirt, the thing like the see the guys around Scotland, like the cartoons. Well, they actually wear those things when they're throwing the kettlebells and throwing the caber, which is a big telephone pole, and lifting the Husafeld stone, which is a 423-pound stone shaped like the state of Texas, interestingly enough. But in Las Vegas, Nevada, they're known for 2 feats of strength. One is the keg toss. They take a 55-pound keg and they throw it backwards over a high jump. And the other thing they're known for is bending steel bars. Now, they have since for the last 2 years discontinued this event because men were literally tearing their bicep muscles off. What they would do is take the bars just like this, put it on their head, either with a football helmet or sometimes a construction helmet to get a lot of leverage way up here, and they would bend it end to end. But tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to tie this thing up in a knot, but I'm not going to bend it on my head behind my neck. I'm going to bite it with my teeth and try to bend it 2.5 times around. How many want to see that tonight? I don't think I can do this tonight because I really like to eat, and this is really violating not just the warranty, but everything I think about cooking and the goodness of cooking. You know, you can be cooking together with this thing.
That's what I can see.
But they want me to roll it up. Now, on the Discovery Channel, when they tested out our feats of strength, they could not make the machine to mimic the movement of the human hand. So they just put it in a hydraulic press, and just to crush it flat, it took 380 PSI. But tonight, what you'll see one of us do, well, I'll have to roll the back probably and hide, is roll this up, not just so it's flat, so it's as big around for a child's wash to fit around. How many people want to see that tonight on the stage? Teflon-coated fry pan, that's tough stuff. This is a number 7 horseshoe. Now, Chet is very familiar with horses. As you heard, he was a professional bull rider, one of the best, actually. And he rides horses and all that stuff when he's not tying up steer and stuff and throwing them in the sand, you rough man, you. But he knows all about horseshoes. And how strong of a grip do you think you have to hold on to a 2,000-pound animal with horns trying to run you through? Well, that's this man right here. What he's going to do is take this number 7 horseshoe, put it in his bare hands, and try to straighten this thing out. How many want to see him do that right here on this stage? Phone books. This is Dex Nose and Mark. Phone books. We've got 5 of these. I'm going to try to tear these. 4 of them. Let's get another one. Try to do 5 in 30 seconds. And then everybody's favorite feat of strength, and all the ladies that clean the church go, oh no, what's he fixing to do with that soda can? Well, Chet also is going to use his grip tonight, and Andy is going to have a little competition between the 2 men. What they're going to do is they're going to get these cans, they're going to get them in their hands, they're going to squeeze them until they rip down the middle, explode, and soda will go everywhere. So we're thinking of the ladies in the room, we use diet. What that means is there's no sugar. So you will not gain a pound. Not even an ounce.
Thank you.
You will get no stickiness because there's no sugar in here. There's also no food coloring. It's clear. Won't stain anything. But here's the thing. Most women don't want to get all wet, mess up their hair and all that stuff. And usually when they pop these cans from the stage, they might go a foot and a half. But before you guys came in here, I heard a sinister laugh coming from the back of the stage. And both these jokers back here were laughing because they were shaking up the cans. And don't you know, when you shake up a can, they go all the way across the room. I've seen them hit the ceiling in the 70s in high school. So here's the thing. I got some rules. Stop.
You're shaking the can.
No, let me show you something. Andy, you can do this, right? You can do this and this, but you can't do this. You can't do this, and definitely can't do this. Let me show you Seth. Seth, you can do this, this, and this, but you can't do this. You can't do this, and definitely not that one. You can't do it? Okay. Now, back here, this is what everybody wants to see done, so I'm going to attempt it tonight. This is 5 concrete blocks. We'll probably stack one more on there. And I will attempt to break these with my head. Now, I will tell you this. The base is not wide enough. I'm going to have to set up all wrong because we didn't have enough to fix our scaffolding tonight. So what I do is I thought I'd give you a treat and me hopefully not an unconscious time in the back room. But I'm going to attempt to shove my head through this wall of concrete. I will tell you this, last week I failed all but once in doing this feat of strength. Please do not try to hit your head on anything. Because the force that it takes to break just 6 of these blocks.
Do you know how hard this is?
These guys said I have brain damage, but I don't see any. I don't see any, so I think I'm okay. But how do I want to see if I can crush these with my skull tonight? Now, before you get too excited, this is a legitimate World's Strongest Man feat of strength. Now, if you've ever watched the Metrics World's Strongest Man, there's 2 types of log lifting that they do. One is for max weight, and 2 is for max reps. The max rep log weighs 220 pounds. They pick it up off the ground for repetition. The max weight log weighs anywhere from 350 to 440 pounds, depending on the men that are competing. This log, as we weighed it in Winnie, weighs 350 pounds. It had been rained on. I don't know what it's weighing today, but we could not lift it. Now, I used to compete in strongman, never got to Andy's level because I tore my bicep off doing this very feat of strength, and I encourage you to get it. Now, I have custom-made handles in here. I cut this log myself. It's so balanced you could spin it like a Harlem Globetrotter if you needed to. But how many want to see if Andy can do a legitimate World's Strongest Man for this man? And then we have a fantastic finish. I always like to throw curveballs in our programs and do lots of cool feats of strength. But before we get any farther in our program, one of our men is going to step forward. Now, this is a very unique program. It's been going on since 1979. I was a member of the original power team, which is now retired. And the My King Strength team started when that minister retired in 2001. We've been going for a lot of years. And throughout all that time, even though I love putting my head through concrete, believe it or not, my favorite part of the program is right now. I wouldn't want anyone to miss what Chet has to say. He's the senior pastor of a church right from Nacogdoches, Texas.